the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Evan Ingram. Always need eyes on him. 4th most catches in the NFL. It's the Eagles and the Saints, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the visitors and the New Orleans Saints. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back. And he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. To throw is Brissett. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, Brissett. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Brissett. Outright and brought in by Moore. Touchdown, Saints. Sky Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Bulldogs have gone 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
On play action, Lance. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday. Anything can happen in this league.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Brissett. Thomas has got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. Kamara up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Brissett. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Brissett. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Brissett's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Brissett under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. the ground here. It's Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now a timeout here, at least. The Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's go.
2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. An 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you get to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling me right now.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Eagles are going to have a first down. The Eagles are the perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Working with a 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Hartman. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 27.
From the 27, Brissett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Throwing, Brissett. Open man is Michael Thomas. Gets around him, and he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Brissett. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Brissett. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be fired about a 4 or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Ready. Shot. 17.
Lance going to sneak it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the... So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun now for Lance. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Lance. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now Lance again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And Thomas has it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brissett on 1st down. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Ready.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A final shot before half for Lance. And he'll just get rid of it. So we have come to halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity to bring the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And Ingram holds it in. On the move past the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brissett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. On third down, here's Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The tight end in motion right. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
Now a play fake. Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Lance under pressure, and they got to him again. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On third and long, it's Lance. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Lance and company going on fourth down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. A 10th carry for Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw, Brissett. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he's got him. It's caught. Yep. From 10 yards out. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the way back down to 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And out now come the Eagles. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, the pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. Touchdown, Eagles! Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Hey, kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Brissett, and he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, CD, you understand what they were thinking there, obviously. They're down big, just looking for anything to grasp onto. But what happens is they throw the pick-6, the lead gets even bigger, and that kind of feels like the exclamation mark on a very impressive victory here.
And that's where you can see things really start to snowball, right? A lot of mistakes being made. They're down big. Now they're trying to get back into it. That gives those defenders more opportunities to take advantage of even more errant throws and extend this big lead.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that one a disaster. Big loss there with second down coming up. Here's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps see touchdown. Evan Ingram, 29 yards. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A first down throw for Brissett. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you expect to see in a tie game. Not a lot one-sided game like this, they are not letting up.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 14.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Here's Brissett. Got the connection here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, second touchdown afternoon. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Brissett to throw on first. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Now right to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the red zone now, Brissett. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Elliott Good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Brissett on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett, he finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To the right side and complete to Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.